My name is Sahir Iqbal. I'm an 18-0 professional fighter at Crolla's gym. I started boxing when I was 9 years old, following my brother's suits. I was quite into wrestling at the time, but obviously can't be a pro wrestler apparently. So I went into boxing. I did well. I had over 75 fights about. Won about 69, 68. Was undefeated for a good 6 years in England. I was 5-time national champion, 5-time GB champion. Went to the Haringey Box Cup, won Best Youth Boxer, and then turned over.
Hi, I'm Antony Crolla, former world professional boxing champion, now professional boxing coach, and yeah, a bit of a boxing pundit as well. We've been working together now, sort of from the start of the year, so we're looking, what is it, about eight to 9 months. And it come around, so how it come around, Martin Cullen, who used to be my S&C coach, I think he's an unbelievable S&C coach, best I've worked with, and he was always raving about Sahir to me, and at first I wasn't planning on getting into coaching fighters, and then Sahir was, at the time, we were sort of looking at, you know, a change, and Martin had, I'll be honest, I sort of knew a little bit of Sahir. He was a very good amateur, but I'd not seen too much of him as a professional. So Martin had mentioned a few times, and obviously I think a little bit sort of out of loyalty to Martin as well, because I knew Martin wouldn't rave about someone if he wasn't as good as what he was saying, and then he come down, and then straight away at the time when he come down, obviously he wasn't fit or all like that, but I could see there was a lot of raw talent, and I felt we was looking at a real athlete. Very big lad for the weight, you could see he lived it, he was very dedicated. He's not the kind of boxer to be out partying when he shouldn't be. I don't think he parties at all, really. He couldn't get so much any more dedicated, but outside of boxing. But I just, like, after just watching him a few times, I just believe now there's the makings of a very, very good fighter.
What are you hoping to achieve in the pro game?
World champion, world titles. I think the only reason for someone to go into the pro game is to be the best. You know, I think if you don't have that, there's no point, you know, fighting in there. And I don't want to just be a world champion. I want to win everything. You know, clean up the divisions and go up and down. You know, and fight everyone.
When you look at speed, some of the natural speed that there's for him, I think that's a big thing. I think that's a big thing for him. I think his ability to listen, so that's a talent in its way. I know you can sort of train yourself, but you've got to have that ability to listen and sort of to put your trust in a coach. And I think, you know, he's got very good assets for a boxer. We can see the height on him, long limbs, you know, big, long reach. But don't be fooled, don't be fooled. I know he's only slim and he carries that bit of muscle, but he certainly packs a punch. He certainly punches his weight and more.
Judges' scorecards, we have a unanimous decision. Mark Lyson scores the contest 77 points to 76. Victor Lachlan scores the contest 78 points to 75. Ian John Lewis scores the contest 78 points to 74 points in favour of your winner and the new WBC World Youth Welterweight Champion from Bolton, Sahir Iqbal!
Something you've not mentioned is your WBC Youth title.
Yeah.
So talk to me about that and what it was like winning it, and what's that done?
Well, it was a big win, obviously, because you know, coming off my injury, that was my first title. I'm used to winning titles, obviously, as an amateur, so that was my first pro title. So it had a bit of a significance in that way. But at the same time, I felt like it was a stepping stone. I thought this, you know, people hadn't seen me training and fighting, and I knew that the level that I'm at, I was winning that, and that was just a step to get to my next title. And I think it was good for people to see that. But for me, I felt like it was just one of many titles that I'll be getting, and just the first one to get it out of the way.
So how long will we be waiting until we hear and the new for Sahir Iqbal?
Well, not too long, I don't think. If it was up to me, I'd be fighting them big fights now, you know what I mean? But having Crolla in your corner, he picks the right, he's going to pick the right fights to get me up and, you know, get me up in the rankings. And but I'm hoping a year or two, inshallah, you know, keep going at it and getting the fights under my belt, and we'll be there.